And hey, it's our first long rest. What was that noise? It speaks of the BG1 and BG2 player character. Ah. Ooh, we even got a ball.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Nice. Oh, I pressed go to camp, I didn't press long rest. Wow. Here we go. Cause I was just like, why is everyone gone? No one followed us.
Should mind
Hey Gale. I wonder what he wants to talk about.
Go to hell.
Charming. Was there anything particular I did to deserve such a greeting?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. I'm just poorly making a point. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell.
We
It's
literally
real,
went to hell.
and it isn't trivial.
So, what's in your mind, Gale?
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
Gosh, we all look so bloodied, so hurt. I mean, what can I say but that you're right? Re and deep, you know what?
Point well made. I see. I'll wake you bright and early. We'll need to find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
Yeah, like how many days do you usually have before turning into a Mindflayer? I think it's like 6? 5 or 6? Okay, ooh, we can loot some backpacks. Ah, there's nothing in there.
I'll give it a shot.
Here. Just trying to find more food or anything. There we have the magic mirror. But I mean, I like our look. Don't want to change it. 6 days, I think. Not 100% sure what's wrong with my voice, but hey. Ah, and here we have the Twitch things and the pre-order bonuses. I gotta say, I never really used the Mask of the Shapeshifter, even though it's nice. I don't know. Oh, no, I equipped it. Speaking about it. Basically just allows you to turn into any other race. I think I use it sometimes to speak with Dad if you kill them before, because then you have to switch. Cause, well, they don't talk to the killers. Peculiar clothes. Ooh, we have the loot of the Merryweather Bard. Also a nice dagger, but I think the dagger's just a normal one, it's just D4. Oh, then again, it's +3 piercing damage. Let's give it to Astarion. And the Cape of the Red Prince is just nice. Even though not my favorite character in the game, it's a really nice accessory. I used it to get around the Goblin Camp as a Drow. Ooh. Also a cool idea. But I mean, now we are Drow. Even easier. Here we have some camp supplies and some potions which we're going to take. Yeah, and I think that's... I still like that outfit. I like the Twitch purple it has. Alright. Okay, we can also talk with Shadowheart. Astarion doesn't want to talk. Let's see if Gale has something else to say.
You're not versed in magic, are you?
Hey, I'm a paladin. Of course I am. I'm infused with the powers of my oath.
Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not. If you
Rude.
meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
You don't know magic, excuse me.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Finally we can talk to Gale. Best moment. You know, tell me a bit more about yourself.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
Yes, kind of your typical academy wizard, right? Yeah. He just want to talk to you, just not when you talk to the others two first. Oh. So, Astarion doesn't talk to you when you talk to the others? Weird. Yeah, isn't Gale just amazing? Don't stop there. You must have more stories to tell about your adventures as an archmage. How do we even know he was an archmage?
Didn't that paint enough of a picture?
Let's be nice. Let's not try peering into his mind. You actually don't, if you do it, you don't see that much, but you get like massive disapproval. You know, my memories before the Nautiloid are shrouded in darkness.
Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of ceremorphosis.
Yeah.
If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis has also affected your mind. If ceremorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mindflayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book.
I don't know, it concerns me that the only thing I remember is something about like thousands of corpses. I love your Tef's shirt. Right, isn't it nice? I really like the color too. And it gives him a very bardish look, right? You know, I have violent thoughts. Depraved thoughts. Ones that kind of refuse to go away.
We all have those from time to time.
Wait, what?
I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bore the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. It's first edition, too.
That's
As
adorable,
regards
Gale,
their own
but not the
morbid
same.
little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies.
Yeah, just imagine someone would fantasize about cutting off your hand and then actually do that. Not us, right? Okay, you sweet summer child. Oh yes. Okay, then, if you say so, Mother-chan, let's have a talk with Astarion first and then Shadowheart.
Your magician seems dour tonight. Must not relish the idea of sprouting tentacles. Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either. It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel.
Yeah, what a fun new experience, right? I mean, and also, who wants to turn into Mindflayer, right? Though, I gotta say, having like tentacles in your face, they must be pretty handy, right? I mean, imagine how many things you can like hold at the same time. Or like cooking in the kitchen and you're just like cutting up like 4 things at once with your tentacles. That sounds kind of handy. I think I still wouldn't want to be a Mindflayer. I mean, also, what would a Mindflayer cook? Come on, give it a try. We need to be fresh tomorrow.
I'm in no place to rest yet. Today has been a lot. I need some time.
Looking at your
think
face,
through.
I believe you.
To process this. You sleep. I'll keep watch.
Are we intimidated by that? Eh. I think especially struggling with his own thoughts and urges, Levin is just trying to Trying to find people who help him. Thank you. I sleep better for that.
The pleasure is all mine. Sweet dreams.
Concern. But hey, we got approval. Oh hey, and now Shadowheart doesn't want to talk anymore. What?
Doing the rounds, are you? You'd better get some rest.
Is she upset that we didn't talk to her
What are
earlier?
you talking about?
I guess so. We were just discussing next steps.
I see. I'd be careful with Gale.
God, they look so wrecked, don't they? But at least Shadowheart looks kinda okay. I mean, number 4 is kind of honest. If anyone has been concerned, it's you. You haven't exactly opened up about yourself. But I mean, the others also haven't that much so far. You don't trust Gale?
He's a wizard. All they care about is power. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
You know, let's not abandon our caution. This is unfamiliar territory.
Caution is a luxury we don't have.
Astarion approves.
Let's rest
Astarion's
and wake
listening
up
on
at first
in.
light.
Alright, so... I mean, we can also talk to both of them a little more. Let's do that before we sleep.
I've heard you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one. Gale seems interesting.
Not pulling like a sword out of a stone, but a whole wizard. Thanks, Mana-chan. So, what's the story with that odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Maybe we should have reached for it. But actually try that out some other time, and if you do that, she wakes up early enough and really disapproves. You know, my memories are all gone. Is your tadpole playing tricks on yours?
I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes.
I don't want to spoil things, but keep that in mind. Keep in mind that Shadowheart tells you about that. What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly?
I mean, a lot happened in the last few hours. So, what will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
Oh. I mean, no reason for us not to stay together if we get well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
I mean, hey, she's telling a little bit. Yeah, knowing Shadowheart, she won't approve if we dig in, but... Yes, it's lavender. Family, a friend, a lover.
Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance.
See? So, how am I holding up in your estimations?
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
I wonder if you didn't do that, if she also mentions that, like, you didn't even do that. You know, we should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
A little? You know, if you're not comfortable, I won't press you.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
And the mystery remains. Shadowheart, we have many, many hours ahead of us, and oh boy, are the mice loud. We will get that out of you. Oh, I'm sure she does, but I've never seen it since I always save for her. Yeah. I mean, to decide to not save for her, oof, also makes everything more difficult in the beginning.
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Hardly a promising introduction.
Fair point. Oh, interesting. Way less options to talk with him. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Well, okay, keep your secrets. And let's dig in. Yeah, let's take the camp supplies, I guess.
As you writhe with sickly dreams, a deep dread floods you. Though you have a tadpole,
More dirge things, I
your
guess.
broken mind is not like the others who bear the worm. A few scraps of the past come back to you now and then, but you can never quite tell where the knowledge comes from. Inexplicable, violent yearnings overwhelm all other thoughts. Who could you possibly be to be their vessel?
Yeah, sounds feel like losing more and more control, right? Especially with the first scene with the hand. But yeah, the good question is, what is trying to take over? Lavender probes his mind. What thoughts stand out the most?
You recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum of blood. How much you treasured the sight of the first corpse you touched.
Oh boy. Wonder, why are those memories so beautiful? I guess we can slowly decide whether we want to resist or not. And we're definitely going to try to resist. Lavender swears to resist these sick urges, whatever the cost. Which makes me wonder what is going to be the cost of that.
There must be a way through this red fog. As you fall asleep, you are a shivering and shaking mess. Blood, 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 blood.
Sweet dreams. At least we still got our long rest, I guess. Blood, 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 blood. So nice. I don't know. Oh boy. Maybe we should disable seeing our helmet. Not the prettiest one, I'd say. Right, Astarion. What do we want to talk about?
Huh. You look rabid. Pained. Sick. You're spasming and twitching.
Does he think we're turning?
Poor thing.
What do I say? You know, I actually think Astarion might approve when we tell him about the violent desires. Overwhelming violent desires fester in my skull.
The norm is to keep dirty thoughts like that to ourselves, but do carry on.
Gosh. Yeah, I guess Lavender's just like too unsure about himself so that he doesn't question like others too much. These cruel thoughts, they aren't me. Something has cursed me.
It seems you've been dealt a vile hand. I say, play it. Play it for all it's worth. Nobody should deny
Astarion.
themselves their true nature.
reaction. I think it's better if you stay at the camp for a while. No, Astarion, don't enable my dark urges. Oh boy. Well, off we go.
Never a dull moment.
Come on, Lavender, up to the top.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Okay, what I want to find out is if we can still look at Gale's purse. And what happens if we do.
The pouch is sealed with differently coloured
Gale in the
strands of
background.
thread. An inscription on the leather reads, "Do not open unless I have instructed you to do so. In case of doubt, await instructions near my body. Gale, Wizard of Waterdeep."
Yeah, okay, let's wait for the next time Gale dies, I guess.
Much further can I go?
Javelin.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
Okay. Book of Final Breath. That sounds cool. Dense rows of scroll text. The few legible entries seem to detail the names and final words of numerous individuals. Hey, come see this! It's move! Mesh Piner. Laboratory explosion. Huh? Rough caress. Waylaid and a Neverwinter ally. You're blocking my light. Danari. What a deviant featherlung. Those are great last words. Just right beside like, oh yeah, sure, that definitely will work. Or, what's the worst that could happen? That would be my last words. Let's go for the unlocked door first. That looks so nice with the moonlight here. Or, I guess normal light, but it kind of looks like moonlight. It's so dark. Secret library. Let's see if there's something more. Or if we're just going to find the same books over and over again. Trying to remember to pack them to sell them later, Mana-chan. Doing my best. Once again, the same book. The Unclaimed. Oh, that's a new one, and a very interesting one. In life, her service had been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her. Her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. And when she died, when she awoke in death and found herself standing in the pale and faded city of judgment, she waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. A million souls and more passed in her colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand. No voice whispered instructions into her ear. No guidance proffered itself from the bleak and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going. And still, the goddess did not come for a devotee. The Lady of Loss is none other than Shar, one of the two most powerful deities in Faerûn. Shar and her counterpart Selûne, the good and the evil, the light, the moon, the darkness, who created everything and basically since then fought over everything. Yeah, remember certain words from a companion about memory loss and things? Might ring a bell. Hey, thanks so much for subscribing, Lucky O. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Galamvor pitied her, as much as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. The cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn. That not of forgetting, but being forgotten. Yeah, Shar is quite the petty one. But we will find out more, so I won't tell you too much. Now the Unclaimed, he is the same book. Very funny that you find the same books over and over again. Here's the library, but we have 5 books, but those a lot. There's a vampire, ball spawn crisis. I guess it's bar spawn, but hey. All the books. The Unclaimed again. Alright. Let's have a look at the chapel records. Because I mean, we still don't know which deity was revered here, right? No, the plaque looks really old.
This text is ancient. A dedication to a forgotten god.
Let's read the records. Fine dust coats the pages of this weathered book. Beneath the bone-white powder, hundreds of short obituaries are recorded in tiny script. Grobin Tribble, Ilmaita, drowning. Yvain Arkanson, Orkma, internal rot. Devrin Stout, Selune, fever. Everything definitely seems to be like associated with death, right? Oh hey, we found a lever. Let's pull it.
What was that?
With a skull. How friendly looking. Can we sell them? Ooh, hey, ink is actually worth quite, well, not a lot, but quite a bit. 10 gold coins? Just for ink? And I think with the lever we opened this door here. Right. Oh!
Something the matter?
No. Oh gosh. I yearn to kill. I only feel like myself when I'm killing. Just imagine someone you've been traveling with for like a day comes up to you and says that. Come on. We're open. I yearn to kill. I only feel like myself when I'm killing.
Interesting. You're hardly alone. Bloodletting is quite popular of late. Though your twinge of conscience sets you apart from the brigands, monsters, and kill-happy fiends of the world.
Oh.
Whatever you think may be compelling you, you may have greater ability to resist it than you realize. Everyone has unseen
It's pretty
thoughts.
nice.
Being able to quieten them is what sets us apart from the beasts.
Especially since she knows us like for... We just did one long rest. She knows us for like a day. That's really nice and wholesome. Thank you, Shadowheart. And thanks so much, Lucky O. I much appreciate the subscription. Thanks so much. Very kind of you. Alright. Yeah, what I wanted to say originally, not talking to Shadowheart, was looking at those banners. Because I mean, they kind of give away who's revered here, right? Also with the statue here, which doesn't have a hat anymore, but like a very long list. And I wouldn't say it is too spoiling to tell you who that is. But if you want to avoid that spoiler, feel free to mute for like a sec. It's Jargol. It's like the old god of the dead, which we read about in the first book here in this Lost Chapel. And yeah, scribe of the dead, noting all the things, and I think that's his symbol apparently. Fingers and ears, la la la. Really, Luna? As if you don't know.